The NFL season finally starts this Thursday after a long offseason. During the offseason, a multitude of signings, trades, and draft selections have drastically changed the outlook of the league. Many new storylines and headlines have emerged. So today, I'm here to talk about some of my favorite storylines that I will be following this season. But before we get started, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. The first and biggest storyline that I think will define this season is the Chiefs' potential three-peat. After winning back-to-back Super Bowls for the first time in 20 years, the Chiefs looked to three-peat for the first time in NFL history. After the worst offense Mahomes had to deal with, the Chiefs were still able to find a way to win the Super Bowl with an incredible defense. With some massive upgrades at offense and receiver, and the same chemistry on defense minus L'Jarius Sneed, the Chiefs are primed to accomplish history. They should be the favorites to win the Super Bowl heading into the season, and similar to the past two seasons, no matter what adversity or struggle the Chiefs face in the regular season, it doesn't matter at all. However, I think those storylines will only become louder this season due to the fact that a three-peat is at stake. Add in off-the-field issues and relations, and this could be the loudest Chiefs season yet. However, if they do complete the three-peat, Mahomes will automatically become the second greatest quarterback of all time in such a short career, and the Chiefs dynasty becomes one of, if not the best, in NFL history. Staying in their division, a coach that had just won the national championship has decided to pair up with a very talented QB in Justin Herbert for the Chargers. In his second stint in the NFL, Jim Harbaugh hopes to find better success with the best quarterback he's ever had. The Chargers have always been unstable and shaky going on for decades now, and during Herbert's entire career, he's been the stable anchor for this entire organization. Through head coaching changes, terrible coaching, and some terrible luck, Herbert has always played well. Now adding in Jim Harbaugh, who is a culture builder and has a track record of success in the NFL and in college, is great for this organization and the Chargers. With any new coach joining the NFL, the storylines will always be headlined. But now taking the fact that it's Jim Harbaugh, and the NFL will definitely focus on the storyline for the entire year. I mean, look at what happened with Urban Meyer when he joined the Jaguars. Speaking of the new, we have 6 brand new rookie quarterbacks heading into the NFL. This rookie quarterback looks very special as we have 6 that could become all starters one day. Starting off with this headline of headlines, we have Caleb Williams. For a couple of years, Caleb Williams has been the next big thing in college ever since Trevor Lawrence entered the league. Now joining the Bears, who have historically not have had a good QB, Caleb Mania will be at an all-time high this season. If he is a decent to good starter in his rookie season, all of Chicago will rejoice. If he is even better, the NFL will crown him as the next big thing, and he will be plastered all over social media. Drake May and Jaden Daniels will also have a large part of the media as they play well. Drake May will get the comparisons to Brady and how he is the true successor if he plays well, and Daniels will end the 8-year streak of starting new QBs for the Commanders. Bo Nix will get some coverage if he's able to play well with the Broncos. This rookie QB class seems to be the most interesting class since 2020. One pseudo-rookie QB that will definitely gain a lot of headlines is Anthony Richardson. He was the most athletic QB of all time heading into the league. With some flashes in his 4 or so games, he went down with a season-ending injury, and his division rival CJ Stroud took over the NFL. Now heading into year 2 with the coach and under Shane Steichen, AR looks to bounce back in a big way. He has a great infrastructure around him to grow and develop while also competing at a high level. He has the highest ceiling in the entire NFL due to the fact that we don't know who he is at this point, and he has all the tools in the world. Due to that fact, week in and week out, I will definitely be watching very closely to see what AR can be this season. Due to some unfortunate injuries last season, we are getting one of the best comeback player of the year races in recent memory. We have 3 quarterbacks who are primed to bounce back and have a great season. Starting with Aaron Rodgers, who literally lasted 4 snaps, looks to help the Jets get back to the playoffs in years. An offseason full of hype and excitement ended in a matter of seconds. Now returning, can Aaron Rodgers be the old A-Rod? He still has IQ, his ability hasn't fallen off, and we all know how good he can be. Will he be able to end his career with another trophy? Next, Joe Burrow, the NFL's golden boy, went down with a roller coaster season halfway through the year. We all know how much the NFL loves Joe, how much the fans love Joe, and we all know how good Joe Burrow is. With a healthy Burrow, the Bengals can definitely bounce back. Kirk Cousins is now entering a brand new situation coming off the worst injury of his career. He is a fan favorite among the NFL as well, and a great season by him and a division title for the Falcons, he can definitely win the award. We are in for a treat when it comes to this race. Speaking of bouncing back, the NFL has always had a team that finishes first in their division after placing last the previous season. This year that team will be the Bengals. Even after finishing with a 9-8 record, they finished last in the toughest division in the NFL. After injuries and some terrible luck, the Bengals look to bounce back and take the division title once again. They do have a legitimate shot as well, as I believe the Ravens could take a step back and not win the division, and the Bengals will win the division and continue the streak of going from worst to first. Lastly, for the past couple of years, the NFL has seen an explosion of wide receiver talent and production. Every season there is a new wide receiver record broken or something historic happens. It is so much fun to watch every season how these wide receivers will continue to break the game. However, the one thing I will be watching for is the breakout wide receiver of the year. There has been one for the past couple of years, rookie or not, and this year there will be two candidates. Garrett Wilson and Drake London both get massive upgrades at QB and are the clear number one option for their team. But looking at the past few breakouts like Lamb, AJ, and St. Brown, they are able to form a great connection with their QB. With a new connection forming, one of these guys will become an elite wide receiver next season. Another storyline to look out for is the race to 2,000 yards. For the past 3 years, wide receivers have been knocking at the door of surpassing that threshold. I think this season there is one wide receiver that is truly primed to break that record, especially with this new contract. I will be waiting for CeeDee Lamb to break that threshold in Week 18. There are so many other storylines that will develop and take over the NFL this season. However, these are just some that I came up with and I'm most excited to see play out. Let me know what you guys think about my storylines in the comments, and if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.